everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. Today we're going to do something kind of sparkly yet neutral. So I think it's going to help out lots of people who want to see a little sparkle, lots of people who love the neutral things, and then maybe next week I'm going to go into more colorful and glittery looks. So just keep on watching. I'm starting out with my Urban Decay Primer Potion on my eyelids. So I'm going to apply that all over the lid. And people don't understand the importance of an eyelid primer. You don't want creasing. You don't want these colors to wear off during the evening or the day. Put on a primer. Very important. And I just reviewed this little bronzer here. It's from Becca. It's called Maui Nights. And I reviewed this in another video. I'll link it down below. I'm going to use this as a transition color. The next shade I'm going to apply on my eyes, I'm going to put a little bit lower than that transition. This is the Covergirl Evany bronzer. In my video, I compared the two, so you don't want to miss that. So I'm putting it a little bit lower, just deepening up the transition area a bit. You may have to go a little bit deeper. It wasn't deep enough. But that's okay. It looks like it's going to become a bronzer eyeshadow tutorial because I'm thinking to use, this is the Black Up Cosmetics contour palette, and there is a shimmery shade in there. Don't want to blind you guys. A shimmery shade in there, and there's a matte shade in there. I'm going to use that matte tannish type shade as a brow bone highlight, and this palette is really nice. Every time I add an eyeshadow, I always go back. I don't put more product on my brush. I just go back and blend the two together. Right there where the brow bone and the transition meet. We want it to be blended. Now I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one is in Toast. This is the one I always use on my lid. And I am going to use it as a base on my mobile lid. So I'm taking a little angled brush. This one is actually from a company called Aura. It's an old brush. I don't even think they're in business. I don't know. But I'm just going to use it as a base here. All my hooded eye people, I'm going to go a little bit higher than my natural crease. And where I'm placing this concealer is where my lid color will be. Now another thing, hooded eye people, when you want both of your eyes to be perfectly even, and this is something that I have to keep reminding myself, hold your head back. Hold your head back and look into the mirror, and you can see how high you place certain colors on your lid or whatever, and you can kind of determine if you want to take it a little higher. You want them to kind of match as much as possible. So look down into your mirror like that so you can see. Okay, you can see just how high the eyeshadow went. You want this eye to match as much as possible with this eye. For my lid color, I'm going to be using this gorgeous eyeshadow. It's from Inglot, and I got this eyeshadow from friendsbeauty.com. If you go to their website and use the code Valerie, you will get a discount. So you guys check it out. I'll leave the information down below. Everything on the site is real deal, no fakes, okay? Because I know a lot of people are worried about things like that. No fakes on that website. So this is Inglot's eyeshadow number 31. I'm going to apply that right to the lid. In the pan, this looks kind of pinkish, but when you apply it over a concealer like I did, it's giving kind of like a rose gold effect. It's very pretty. And the brush that I'm using is a concealer brush, actually from Sigma, the F70, I believe that says. Now I'm going to keep that outside corner open. I'm going to put another eyeshadow right there. I'm going to go into a shade that's super deep. This is Deep Roast by Coastal Scents right there. You guys know it's one of my favorites. We're going to go into Deep Roast. I'm using, I think this is an eyeliner brush. Yes, the eyeliner E05, and this is by Sigma. And I'm just going around the eye very carefully, just using the point. Not going all the way in, because sometimes you get a little confused and messed up that inner corner. So I'm not taking it all the way in the inner corner, just right about a little farther than halfway. Now, hooded eye people, stretch that eye, stretch it. Look down into your mirror. Kind of look down into it so you can have as much lid space to work with as you can. The struggle is real. I'm going to take my old transition color, and you know that was the, actually I'm going to take the Covergirl one. Going to go back with that one and just go around the eye very carefully with the blending brush. Don't pick up too much. Just right there. Keep it in the outside corner, outside. Right in here. Now I'm going to take that Deep Roast color right there I just showed you guys, and I'm going to lightly start blending it towards the center of the eye. Not going all the way to the center, but I'm going to start blending it towards the center. Start from that outer corner and blend it in. And remember the trick I taught you guys. Look down into the mirror and you can see just how much of a fade you have, just how much you blend it. It's a very good trick. Alright, we're going to go ahead to a black. And you guys know I rarely use black in the outer corner. Black can get out of control very quickly, but it's so beautiful and crisp when you do it the right way. This is Inglot's eyeshadow in 391. It's a matte black and it's super pigmented. So we're going to be very careful. Same brush, I'm working it in. Okay, starting all the way on the outer corner at the bottom of the lash line. And we're deepening. We don't want it to go all the way in and take away the brown we put there. We want it to be from like a gold to a brown to a black. Okay, another thing I'm going to do, take that same black and I'm going to drag it in that outer corner on the bottom lash line as well. I'm going to go ahead and do that now before we put any foundation or concealer down there. And all the concealer is going to do is clean up under that eye later. But at least it's placed right there in the outer corner. If you have a little like napkin on your lap, I always keep like a little piece of paper or a pair of pants I don't like and I don't wear out. I wipe off my brush a bit. I'm going back into that brown, that Deep Roast. Same brush. And I'm just going to tease it right there in, right there where that black is. I'm teasing it right there just to bring back some of that brown. As far as our eyeliner is concerned, I'm going to be using the Mega Slim Wet n Wild eyeliner. I used this in my Wet n Wild foundation video. Really love it. Very tiny and small. I'm keeping my liner very close to my lash line. I pull up my wing at my bottom lash line. I pull it up. Then I make a little bit of a space between the tip. Just a little bit of a space from the tip. I start bringing it back. If you don't want a liner, you don't have to. I think it would be pretty with just mascara and a lash. You don't have to do a liner at all. I just like the neatness of eyeliner. I'm also going to use the mascara from Wet n Wild. This is their skinny mascara. Very, very tiny bristles on this mascara wand. Just getting close. I'm going to be applying false lashes, but I believe that sometimes the mascara will take away that dustiness from your lashes from all the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to repeat everything on the other eye, and I'll be right back for the face. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I applied my lashes. They're Pure lashes, Pure Cosmetic, and they are in the style Socialite, I believe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with my face. I already applied my lotion. I'm going to go in with my Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. And I'm just going to apply that to my oily areas, nowhere else. For the rest of my face, I'm using the Urban Decay Pore Perfector Primer. Because I want this look to be full coverage and flawless, I'm going to go ahead and correct all of my dark spots under the chin, around my mouth, on the sides of my face. I'm using the Orange Corrector from LA Girl. And I'm just using my hand to do this. Now somebody out there is saying, oh no, MindCatcher, that's just too much. No, it's not. If you were getting married, you want flawless. If you were going to take some pictures for something very, very important, you want to look flawless. So every dark, discoloration, pimple, everything, you try your best to cover or correct that. The foundation that I'm using is my favorite full coverage foundation. This is Becca. This is their Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. It's thick, it's full coverage, it's in the shade Mink. That's the shade that I use. And I'm going to apply it with a beauty blender. It's already dampened. Let's go. Under eye concealer, we're going to be using Makeup Forever. This time I'm using Y49, going a little bit lighter than I normally do. I usually use Y51. Instead of a heavy contour, I'm just going to apply my Sasha Cosmetics powder. Just putting a little bit in the cap. And I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to apply my powder. So I'm going to apply that under the eyes. Make your fishy face. Alright guys, so while that's baking down there, we're going to go back into our deep roast, that deep brown. We're going to use as a pencil brush, and we're going to go ahead and work that bottom lash line. I'm going to use one of the B Hue pencils here and just line my waterline with that. I'm going to take my little concealer brush that I used for the beginning of the tutorial. just going to sharpen my wing because applying powder and everything kind of disturbed my wing here. So we're going to go ahead and brush off all of that excess powder. I'm going to go ahead and apply some Max Factor mascara. This is their Masterpiece Max Mascara. Ooh. And I'm going to use my powder brush from Real Techniques. Really like this. I'm going to use this brush to apply my regular face powder. The face powder I'm using today is Mary Kay. This is actually a mineralized foundation, but it's very light, so I like to use it as a face powder all over. Alright guys, for contour, since I didn't apply a cream contour, I'm going to use powder. This is the Black Up Cosmetics contour kit. It looks like that. And this one is in the shade 04. I'm using that deep color and going around the perimeter of my face. Same brush. This brush is so soft. It's going to be hard for me not to use it for everything. Now all of these areas that appear too light, I'm going to wet my face with a little Fix Plus, get rid of that dustiness, and it's going to all come together. Black Up Cosmetics also has like a highlighter. It's called a Sublime powder. It's very pretty. It's in number 3. That's the shade. And I'm going to apply it right there on the highest point of my cheeks here. Now you see it just highlights the face in a beautiful, beautiful way. I haven't tried it wet yet. I have not wet my brush, but I'm quite sure it'll be gorgeous if you wet your brush and apply this. For my lip today, I'm going to lightly apply Night Moth Lip Liner. This is from MAC Cosmetics. And for the lipstick, I'm going to be applying the Glossy Lip Gunk, and this is from Model's Own. They're a UK brand that recently launched in Ulta here in the States. The color is Wild number 8. Wild. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Super gorgeous spring color. So I'm going to go and take these rollers out of my hair, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is your completed look, and I thank you guys so much for watching. Everything that I use will be down below. I am truly digging this lipstick. If you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. That's how we get this channel to grow. Alright, I will talk to you guys in another video. Cyber kisses. Bye.